I can see right through you. Hello, my fam. Perez Hilton here, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything It Ends With Us saga. I'm trying to vary it up. Not one, but two very interesting stories have dropped today with regards to Harvey Weinstein's former friend, Blake Lively. The timing of that. Nick Shapiro. Nick Shapiro is the former CIA employee turned crisis communications expert that the extortioner extraordinaire recently hired. And these two stories reek of him. First, let's start off with People magazine. As I've said before, People is very credible, especially with this story that was clearly planted by Team Delulu. A source close to the Never With Teeth icon says that she has no regrets suing Justin Baldoni. They explain, quote, "This wasn't a decision made on a whim. It was months in the making." Scheming. She knew there would be backlash, and she prepared herself for how mentally and emotionally difficult it would be. But she can't go through life knowing she didn't stand up to something she believed was wrong. What in the double negative? But she can't go through life knowing she didn't stand up to something she believed was wrong. Y'all, Nick Shapiro needs to improve. Let me read that a third time because I know what they're trying to say, but come on. She can't go through life knowing she didn't stand up to something she believed was wrong. Or you could just say, she can hold her head up high knowing that she stood up for injustice and what was wrong. Whatever. The source goes on to tell People that the yummy chanteuse has her children's best interests prioritized throughout the legal process. She's such a great mom, y'all. Quote, "As a mom, she never wants her daughters to stay silent in the face of injustice. Right now, she's taking it one day at a time and staying focused on her number one priority, her family." All right, fine, okay? This guy is getting paid. He's doing his job. You would think that would be enough. However, the dragonless Khaleesi also released a statement, officially, not a source. And I don't get this because it felt very unprompted. Yesterday or the day before yesterday, Baldoni did not make any legal motion. There was no development that warranted the following statement. Quote, "Mr. Baldoni has gone from monetizing a brand devoted to believing and supporting women to leading the charge to tear down the very law that protects women who come forward about sexual assault, harassment, and discrimination. California's sexual harassment privilege, AB 933, was enacted to stop predators of sexual harassment from abusing defamation laws to sue their accusers into oblivion." Well, first of all, he denies your claims, Pinocchio, that he sexually harassed you or abused you or was a predator. You have not established that in a court of law, okay, Empress of Empty Accusations? And this lack of accountability is why we're here in the first place. She could not accept that all of the negative social media chatter was organic. because of things people saw with their own eyes that she said and did, and because of her husband and hers insistence that he issue an apology for things he didn't do, and because of the lawsuit that she filed first. And ever since then, he has just been defending himself and clearing his name. And you know what? Claiming that somebody is a sexual harasser, an abuser, a predator, if he is not, that is defamation. I think Blakey Crocker might need a new crisis PR expert because he's not been experting. What do you think? Let's discuss it all in the comment section.